Hello, all you hardcore boxing fans out there. How you doing? It's Russ here from Porky's Corner, the biggest gob in sport. We're just waiting for Andy to lock on, all the way from Aberdeen, Scotland. Here he is, the daddy of Knock Hill. How you doing, Andy, lad? Hey there, Andy, lad.
I'm here. You hear me all right?
How many bonkers you had?
Only on the second.
Yeah.
Just poured the second. I'll ever have about if I'm having a drink, I'll only have about 3. Yeah. Not like my pal.
Hey?
My pal comes down to watch the boxing here, and like Bruce, he'll drink a bottle of whiskey, no problem. Like, but I can't do it.
I've got a mate who called Bruce. He used to be in my class at school. He lives in the village. He's got a pig allotment.
Ah, is he a brick top type person?
No, he's he wasn't very bright at school. He was more bothered about being down with his pigs and that.
Ah,
I think he probably might have had a bit of autism, but they didn't call it that then, did they, in the 70s?
no, you just got labelled as being daft or stupid or something. That's
Somebody just
sad.
Teacher just took cane out and battered you with it. Well, your dad would take his pit belt to you.
Yeah, I mean, I used to hold my pen or pencil at school like that. That's the only way I could write. And the teacher was trying to make me do that. And I used to get my hand battered with a wooden ruler, eh? Hold it properly, boy.
Is that what he used to say to you?
Oh, aye. It was. We had a teacher, I think it might have been primary 2 or something. I don't know if she'd been a nun or her sister was a nun or something like that. But she tied a boy to the chair with a skipping rope and everything, and locked folk in cupboards and all sorts of stuff. You look back now, it was like mental. It's just brutal, but that's just the way it was. Nobody seemed to complain too much about things like that back then, do they? Imagine that happening now. Gee. All the snowflakes would be melting, wouldn't they?
Oh, God.
But,
unbelievable. Okay. Look, we saw this show, didn't we? This KSI and Tommy Fury and all that. What do you think to Joe Makowski, from DAZN, that young kid who looks about 10, who's an executive or whatever at
is that the guy?
The blonde hair, he's British, isn't he?
Was he doing most of the interviews and that, or a sort of talking and that?
I've seen him in interviews and that, yeah. I'm just wondering if why who's interested in what he thinks? Of course he's gonna say he thought KSI got robbed.
Yeah.
But, do you know, in my opinion, right? Do you know what I think it should have been, really? It should have been a no contest, because they weren't doing anything, they were just hugging and no happened.
Nah, it was disappointing, wasn't it? It was just a hug fest, wasn't it? But
it should have been a no contest, like the main the one before it.
That was a joke. That Logan Paul and Darius Danis or whatever his name was, but he was trying to take him down and all. Yeah, it was just he wasn't any punches the whole fight, was he? Then he started throwing punches at security, but why was there so many security in the ring as well? Was that just a big hype job as well? Was that all a setup?
Joke, mate.
I mean, remember it was like the amount of security. Remember when Riddick Bowe fought Andrew Golota the first time? And fucking riot kicked off. Remember there was a guy, one of Bowe's cornermen ran over and smacked Golota in the back of the head with a walkie-talkie or something, and it all just kicked off. And it was not quite as brutal as that, but it was along the lines of drama-wise, wasn't
it? Listen, do you know all them people that paid for it? Do you think that they'll pay again to watch that? Because I don't think they will. Me, do you? I don't know whether they've got that used to putting rematch on. Who want to pay to watch that shit again?
I was speaking to my mate earlier. He lives way up north, and
how are they going to sell that?
Nah, they're going to struggle. And I think a big John Fury, and he's going to have to do something serious to get that sold, isn't he? My mate up north, he's not a boxing fan, but he was telling me that his young lad's 16, I guess, and they were going mad about it. They're all, he said him and all his mates, and he's like, "What's all this about?" And my young lad and all his pals were talking about it and that. It's like, but I don't get it because I don't follow people like KSI or Logan or Jake Paul or that. I don't even know what they do on YouTube. I call them influencers, don't I? But I don't know. I don't know what the influence, but or just this must be all the teenagers and kids that must be following it. But then, if it's teenagers and kids watching it, I disagree with a lot of bad language and some of the stuff John Fury was coming out with about stuff you couldn't repeat. Really, yeah. It's like
I'll repeat it. John Fury, right? He spent just over 4 years in prison. He likes to say 12, but he didn't. He got 9 years and he served 4.5 in a Cat D jail just before his 4th year. So he's hardly happy long, is he? I mean, yeah, he's talking like he's doing about 500 years or something. We've got John Fury there. He's done that 4 years in Shovel and he's threatening to bum this young bloke. Now, we know what that means, don't we? He's threatened 2 days on trot to sexually assault a young lad who's about 30 odd year younger than him, right?
Yeah.
Why he's threatened to do that, I don't know. Come down here, I'll bump you. Right, what is all that?
I was watching it in disbelief, thinking, what is he on about?
And then we've got this one here. This is a classic. Let me just play this one to you. This is a classic. This made my day, this. Right, let's see if I can find it. Hang on a minute. Let's see if I can find it. Oh, hang on a minute. I think this is it.
Every other this is a fucking mega fight. Who cares? I care. I don't give a shit. Get the fucking you know this job like I do. Come on, man. We're having that. Get out way on that fucking get on the solid floor. What's going on here? Call the thing off then. Well, call the fucking thing off. Call the fucking thing off. Whoever you want. He's away on the carpet. If you don't fight, fuck off. He's a pussy if you don't fight. That's it. You fuck off. He don't fight. He's a pussy. It's a business. Here, swords are having up. Where the lads say it's the carpet? Come on, bullshit. Everybody else. You're the richest sport in the world, mate. I couldn't care. Wait on the fucking car. No, you need to pay the gloves. Let's just get this fucking weight sorted out. I mean, you grab a fight. Oh, come on, I'm not fucking pussy. You're not fucking hit me first. Hit me first, man. Hit me first, man. You fucking dickhead. Hit me fucking first. I can drive your head off. You want to weigh on the carpet. The scales are jittering all over the place. Come on. And we're still weighing in a bag underweight. So. I'm right, though, aren't I? Want fair play, Killy. How long have you known me?
Old Big John there ranting off like Arabian lunatic. Right? A lot of people missed that one, but somebody sent me it.
He was shouting, the fight's off. The fight's off, he was shouting, wasn't it?
It's KSI's trainer, wasn't it, in changing rooms?
I did see something about a carpet under the scales. I'm sure I did see that somewhere, but
They'll be trying to wind him up. He takes the bait every time, doesn't he? Big JF.
He's got plenty of energy, isn't he, for shouting?
Plenty of energy, hasn't he? It's all them nuts and berries he has in his shakes.
That's it. It's all that pot casseroles and staying away from your women.
It's all summer, isn't it? Now, do you think, seriously, right? Let's talk serious here. Do you think that Captain Chaos and his son, Tommy Fumbles, do you think they can win a WBC world title at cruiserweight, yes or no?
No.
They haven't got a chance here. Cat in hell's chance. Does Tommy Fumbles beat somebody who's a cruiserweight coming through ranks now, and in 5 years they can fight at world title? Because he's got to be 5 years off a world title, Tommy, hasn't he?
Aye, yeah. Anyway,
Ability wise, and that's if he knuckles down, isn't it?
yeah. And he's not going to be.
Well,
I don't think he's going to be hungry. He's not going to be hungry enough because he's getting all this money for doing that. What's going to inspire him to knuckle down and train hard and fight for, like you say, a fraction of the money that he's getting for doing this? He's as well to just keep doing this. But he shouldn't be calling himself a legitimate boxer if he carries on like this. He's got to fall into the YouTuber influencer category, isn't he? He's got to drop away from being or even talking about being a serious
Tommy Fury's going to influence generations of kids.
or whatever banner he'll come under for doing that kind of thing. I don't know. I don't know what he's going to.
What next? Isaac Lowe as an influencer. Isaac Lowe trying to influence us all to change how we spell.
Used to get a toy. What was the one? Remember?
Did you remember that one by Spelt Biscuit on Twitter? I'm just at home having a cup of tea and a biscuit. Did you see how he spelt biscuit? Piskat.
Yeah, this guy. Maybe it was a Kit Kat, was it?
I don't know what. I don't know what Isaac is smoking, but I bet he smokes it with them raw skins. You get free roaches with them, don't you? Raw skins. You know, you get the roaches on end.
I've never smoked it. I
don't smoke that when I used to.
Aye.
But okie dokie. So we spoke about Tommy Fumbles and that and the show. What would you give the show out of 10, Andy?
Are you talking about a spectacle wise or actual quality of the fighting?
Quality.
Quality of the fighting's got to be 3 out of 10, isn't it? And as a spectacle, as a production, like all the ring walks and presentation was probably up there with the Sky stuff anyway, wasn't it? It's maybe even better, you know. But as far as the quality, it's like fur coat no knickers, isn't it? It's just hopeless. The level of skill was hopeless, but the whole production and the place was packed full with people and all, wasn't it? So they were doing something right, but it's who's your audience, isn't it? That's no hardcore boxing fans that's going to see that, is it?
No.
It's just somebody wanting a night out. It's the kind of people who probably go and watch wrestling, isn't it? I would think similar audience. But my old man used to take us to see wrestling when we were kids, and we thought it was great. I thought it was brilliant. It was Big Daddy and Giant Haystack. Sorry,
your dad.
My dad used to take us to watch the wrestling. Aye, there was I don't know if you
afternoon wrestling.
Yeah, some of it was like that. They had it in. They used to hold it in the Care Hall.
Big Daddy, Giant Haystacks.
Man. Oh, they guys, aye. But there used to be. There was a Scottish guy called by the name Andy Robin, and he had you maybe remember he had a grizzly bear, a big brown bear, Hercules it was called. And we used to go and watch him wrestle the bear, But he was a strong guy, Andy Robin. He wasn't a massive guy, but he was hugely strong. I think he started out as a woodcutter, but he was in America and he got this idea to wrestle a bear because there was he went and wrestled a bear in America. I think it had a muzzle on it, but it was called Terrible Ted, and I think he got money for wrestling it, or there was an offer if you last 10 minutes with Terrible Ted, you won X amount of money. And he did that, but he says before it happened, there was people that was having a go and they were getting carried out, in a shit state. But he managed it, and he got this idea that if he got a bear and trained it up, he could wrestle it and make a fortune. And I think he did that. But the bear died. Well, he's dead himself now, a number of years ago, but he'd be in his 80s when he died. But we used to get taken to watch him wrestle this bear. And it was, when you were a kid, that was pretty amazing. But it's amazing anybody could actually wrestle a bear or do what he did, because I think most people that tried it in the past got killed by the bear. But he's a strong man, a good showman as well.
What do you think to Chris Billum-Smith fighting Masterneck for world title at cruiserweight? That's an easy win for Billum-Smith, that, isn't it? Masterneck. When he were fighting you about 6 years ago, wasn't he? 6, 7 years ago, something.
So that's it's just a mark time fight for Billum-Smith, isn't it? Was there talk of him? Was there talk of him getting a unification fight? Was it in America? For one of the other champions. I'm not sure who all the champions are at cruiserweight at the moment.
Well, Masterneck's 47-5 at the moment.
Right.
He's won 6 in a row since 2018, but not very active, that is it?
No. It's probably better than a rematch with Coley, though. That was a horrible fight, wasn't it? Just
you wouldn't want to see Lawrence Coley again, would you? I mean,
that's just it's another hug fest, isn't it?
It's not boxing, is it? Watching a Coley, is it? It's not right, is it? It's just not.
It's no
good.
You wouldn't get up through the night to watch him anyway.
Yeah, what do you think of Natasha Jonas getting manager's license from board?
She's got a manager's license now, is she?
Got manager's license now.
No,
well,
she's a good girl, isn't she? She's straight talker and she's done things the hard way as well.
This has been taught off Joe Gallagher, haven't you? Look, Joe's boxing, just like most of them, but he's a bit special, Joe, because he's been at top now that long, and he's doing same thing every day in his 6 days a week. 6 a.m. or midnight. It'd kill you, that 16 hours a day.
That's dedication, isn't it?
Yeah, he's good. He's an hard worker, but he looks at it like them fighters and his responsibility, that he's got.
Yeah,
and he's had some great fights. Like his stable's fantastic when you look at it. What's coming through, for the next few years, really strong.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably why the Saudis have had a deal with him. They've looked at his signings and thought he's stripped it back and started planning, didn't he, about 18 months ago. Now, in another 18 months, he'll be a force, Joe, with what he's got.
Yeah.
And now he's gone to Saudi. He can only get bigger, can't he, really? And he's done it on the quiet while Eddie's been going at it and making loads of noise. He's just gone about his business, hasn't he, Joe?
Yeah.
Come from nowhere, and now everybody's like, oh, we didn't know he'd been doing that on quiet. He's been going about his business. He's got that academy, and also he won't have stuck all that money into that just to park it up.
No,
he's boxing, isn't he? He don't have to shout it all about Joe, does he? He goes about it quietly.
He's more interested in results and than like some other trainers that are more interested in getting themselves out there, isn't he? He's no about that, is he? He's about true boxing, isn't he?
Yeah. He's and like I said, if Natasha starts managing fighters, I mean that's brilliant because she can manage women or men. If she manages women, just get advice off Joe, can't you? For that first 3 years until they get their own manager's license.
Yeah. And then that could be, well, him having the Saudi contacts, that could rub off on her, couldn't it? If she's got good fighters in her that she's managing. And that could all turn good, couldn't it, for her? I like Natasha Jonas. She's a good straight talker and comes across as a nice person, and she's good media-wise and that. She's a good talker and that as well, isn't she? She's personable.
Yeah, she's like somebody that you could imagine just having crack with you in a pub or isn't she, and just having a laugh with you.
Yeah. Comes across as genuine, There's no.
She does come across
as
genuine. That's good.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of hers. I think she's a lovely lass. I think she's an hard trainer. She always got a big smile on her face.
Yeah, she's always smiling. Her hard work's paid off.
Hey?
Her hard work's paid off. She deserves all the
rewards she's put all hard work in. Yeah, good luck to her. Okay, let me just 2 seconds. Good job of there, Roxy. Right. Eddie Hearn says he's going to put Eubank Ben on 23rd of December at Millennium Stadium in Wales, Cardiff, Wales. Right. So if he puts that on, and we've got Bricktop on the same day in Riyadh with Usyk and Fury. Who do you think bottles it out? I think Eddie bottles it.
Yeah, I think
If
I
Eddie
heard them
don't
say
bottle, if Eddie don't bottle it, and he puts Conor Ben in with somebody on pay-per-view in Cardiff, which I don't see happening. But if he does, let's just say if he does, I'd say, why would you do that? Why couldn't you just let them have their moment and you have your moment another night? Because he's had enough moments in the last 10 years. What do they want to hog everything?
Yeah, I heard him saying in an interview, "Oh, we might have to move to a Friday or something like that." It was like he was almost backing down already.
Yeah,
When somebody
like Michael the
mentioned
Emperor.
it. What's happened, mate? Is he not going to be fighting? Was it Chris Smedley or somebody?
Listen, mate. Whoever gives him a good hiding ain't going to get any medals, is it? Because if they were, I would have given him one in my doorway down here. You know, I would have done him on spot when he was stood in the street screaming what he'd seen in the day with me. I says, "Get him back in this house." He's going in. But he's not going to get any medals filling him in. And no, I won't going to fill him in and not, I went through just to shit him up and have a bit of a laugh. Have a bit of a day out with Max. I've been wired up in this bed, and for about 4 months from my operation. A bag coming out one side and a bag coming out other side of my stomach, drainage bags. So I've got them on under a trackie, which is comfortable, and just thrown a leather on. So that's good, Nottingham Max. But I think that Michael's problem is he just wants to have a fight, but it's probably left it too late into his 30s to go pro. You know what I mean? Kind of thing. He's probably diddled and dallied and never got round to it, and then wanted to get round to it, and it's too late. So now all they can do is white collar stuff. Look, people offer you the chance to spar a world champion like Sonny Edwards. You should really take it, shouldn't you?
Yeah.
You don't need a year to prepare. It's just a move around. That's all.
Yeah.
So, but hey ho. Hey ho. You see Tim Zissou fight?
No, I haven't seen that. No.
Yeah, he won. He won it.
I've seen the result saying he's retained his title or something like that. Was that right?
Yeah. What do you think to that Bomac getting out of jail?
He's free, yeah. He's he pleaded guilty, didn't he? And
On a gun, a magazine, and he's got caught with it at an airport, right? So they've locked him up for 4 weeks, then they put him on a private plane back to America with his fighter. And then so forgot about. I mean, what on earth is that?
That's how did he get in in the first place? He came in on a private jet, didn't he?
Well, they're coming on a private jet. They don't always search your luggage on a private jet, do they? If you've got a bit of pull, so they don't always do that. But look, they're not caught.
He said he forgot he had it or something. Forgot it was in my bag. That means he might not be allowed back here, is it?
He'll never be able to come back here ever again, like Mike Tyson, never again.
Yeah. Eubank will have to go and train out there. I think he seems to be a decent trainer, doesn't he? Or he can get people to listen to him anyway, I think. But,
listen, do you know trainers? Fighters met the trainer, don't they?
Yeah.
Right. If the best trainer ever in the world got hold of me now, it's not going to make me the greatest judo expert ever, is he?
No.
Or greatest snooker player, pool player, opening batsman. They won't be able to do it inside a couple of months, would they? Do you know what I mean? So, personally, I think it's all about money for these now. I do, honestly. They've had the belts, haven't they?
Yeah.
That's how I look at it. But hey ho. Boxer, do you feel like Ben Shalom has been doing a good job at Sky, or do you think he's hanging on for dear life, Andy?
I think he's a bit of a wet blanket, isn't he? I think you're right, mate. If he's hanging on, he is hanging on. I think he's not really he's not set the world on fire, is he? He's just nah.
You know what?
Initially, I thought he would do all right, but then he's a bit of a wet squib, isn't he? Damp squib.
Damp squib.
That's an old
No, you
saying.
call him a damp squib.
Damp squib. A firework that's got it's damp. It's never. That's an old saying my old man used to say. I think there's damp squib. I remember that.
Who have you got for second Fury fight?
I think for a while I was thinking to myself, well, before he fought Dubois, I thought Fury's going to really have to be at the top of his game to beat Usyk. You know, I was giving Usyk more a chance. I'm kind of leaning a bit more towards Fury now. But I think Usyk's form of late, he's had tougher fights than what Fury's had, hasn't he? But is Fury just saving himself? I don't know. It's difficult to know. I think Fury's massive, isn't he? So, and he can do everything. He can fight. Sorry?
He's as big as a house.
He is, and he can do everything, can't he? He can. I mean, Usyk's amazing, isn't he? He's an amazing boxer. I love watching Usyk. I think he's just a joy to watch. But I just think Fury's going to be too big and rough for him, and he's going to. Unless I just don't see Usyk being able to stay away from 12 rounds. You know, steal a decision. Maybe he's not going to knock Fury out, is he? So he could maybe steal a decision if he's got a good game plan. But if Fury, everybody seems to be pointing at Usyk being susceptible to body shots, so Fury's going to target that, isn't he? If he thinks that's what the story is, but and Fury he's just a natural fighter, and I think he'll find a way to win, however he wins. He's just one of the guys that will. He's a proper champion that will find a way to win, regardless of how things are going his way. He's come back from adversity, isn't he? So, has Usyk had to deal with adversity the same way as Fury had? I mean, Fury would get knocked down heavy against Wilder and was able to come back, wasn't he? So, and find a way to win. I mean, that third fight, I still watch that occasionally. It's just an amazing war of attrition, isn't it? Wilder, Fury, number 3. So we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. You can never write Usyk off though. He's an amazing talent, isn't he? Are you still there, Russ? It's all gone quiet. Hello? It's all gone quiet, Russ. Are you there, Russ? Are you still there, Russ?
Yeah, me, mate. Yeah, me, mate. Yeah. Why have I gone quiet?
Oh, everyone went quiet. Aye, that's why
Oh,
I
sorry,
try
mate.
to.
Sorry,
I
mate.
don't know.
Yeah, mate. You all right?
I thought I'd talk to you to sleep or something.
No. Just trying to get my computer on then.
All right.
I was going to ask you, right?
Yeah.
About Billy Jones, do you think he'll come back? Because he's gone quiet again with his comeback tour, can he?
Yeah, it looks like he's lost a bit of weight though, doesn't he? He doesn't look
Yeah, it
quite
looks
as.
like he might be taking it serious for once.
Yeah. Be good if he does. He's a skillful fighter, and he's another character in the mix, isn't he?
He's somewhat that, isn't he?
I'd like to see him fight Eubank again, actually, but I'll be honest, I think Eubank will beat him now. I thought Eubank beat
Yeah,
himself. Last time.
John Ryder would be a good fight again, wouldn't it?
That'd be a good fight, aye.
John Ryder,
Tough guy, down there.
two southpaws going at it, cancelling each other out because it wasn't really exciting first time they fought.
Yeah.
Um,
Tough guy, John Ryder, isn't he?
Bob Arum says he'd be happy to see Boatsi Dan Aziz win a fight Baturbia.
Baturbia
Dan Aziz, I don't see Dan Aziz doing well against Peter Beebe, do you?
No, I don't see many people doing well against Peter Beef. He's a tough guy, eh? Yard's a bit.
He's knocked them all out, hasn't he?
Nah, Yard's a bit of a puncher, but he stood up to him, didn't he, and took him out, didn't he?
Yard were like a chocolate fire guard, wasn't he, going up against him, wasn't he?
He was out of depth there, wasn't he? He gave it a go, eh?
Just melted him, mate. It was embarrassing for Yard.
Yeah. But he's a serious operator, Peter Beef, isn't he? He looks a bit like, remember, do you ever watch Captain Scarlet when you were a kid? He looks a bit like Captain Black.
Captain Black. Not as bad as Captain Chaos, is it?
Captain
Where did they dig him up from? Big John Fury from Fury Power.
Can you imagine him coming on the scene in a Cannonball Run ambulance?
Now, can you imagine?
Dun, dun.
Tom DeLees. Can you imagine Fury's coming downhill to Tommy Fury, old Tommy Fumbles, Big John there, in the ringer on the hard road. Tyson. Can you imagine them all coming downhill? Was that like they wouldn't stand that like a sore thumb?
You'd have to get Tommy a Burt Reynolds moustache to sit beside Captain Chaos in the ambulance.
I want to know what's happening with Caballel. Ain't nobody calling out him Caballel. You know what I mean? Mike Perez, Austin Trout. You know, why ain't nobody calling out these boys?
Mike Perez, was he a heavyweight? Was he a Cuban heavyweight?
He sparred Tyson Fury when Tyson turned pro, you know, at Castle Bar in Ireland. Camp with him, he sparred Mike Perez, and he was supposed to be next big thing. They reckon Tyson Fury, before his pro debut, turned him on his head, that Mike Perez. Reckon Tyson turned him on his head. Yeah.
He was meant to be the next Mike Tyson, wasn't he? He was kind of stocky and that, wasn't he?
Yeah.
If I remember right.
Yeah, that Mike Perez.
Then he went quiet. I think he had a few wins and then you never heard any more about him. Eh? Did he have a draw with somebody and then it all went quiet?
Well, Caballel says he's looking to fight Joshua in December on German TV.
Right. That could be on German.
Tony Yoka's lost his last two. He's finished now, isn't he? 2 fights lost already, Olympic gold.
I think Bacoli ruined him, didn't he? He just battered him for pillar to post, and he just got the decision. Bacoli, didn't he? He was trying to rob him on the scorecards, I think, wasn't
he? Yeah.
But,
do you think Tony Yoka, right? Tony Yoka, Olympic gold after the year after Joshua won it. Do you think if them two going at it and they both got defeats, you think that could be a good fight, Yoka Joshua?
Could be, because I think they're both of them. I think their confidence is shot in it.
Shot to bit.
I think. Yeah, I thought when you seen Yoka fighting Takam, I thought he's not ever been the same after Bacoli beat him. And when you look at Joshua now, he can't pull the trigger, can he? He's all safety first, and he's quite a dull fighter to watch now. Actually, Joshua, when these last couple of fights, when he got the knockout eventually against what do you call him? Hilarious. But I think Hilarious got tired, didn't he? Basically, and that's how he got the opportunity to knock him out. If Hilarious was in good shape, that might have gone longer. But he smashed Joshua's nose up, never, didn't he? And that should never happen.
Yeah, he did, didn't he? Interesting. Do you want to go on to part 3, kid?
Okay, doke. Cheers.
Cheers. Welcome to change over to part 3. Go on, pop, bang. Don't forget to like and subscribe, leave a comment, and get it shared. Booyaka!